Hi everyone, my name is Christine Bibick and I'm from First Robotics Canada. And I'm really excited that you're able to join me today as we explore First LEGO League Explore and share coaching tips for programming. Welcome back again, Logan. Thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thanks for having me again.
I thought what we'd start off with today is one of our favorite things to keep in mind, and that's having fun. So these are just fun and simple activities that sort of get kids moving a little bit more and interacting with one another. They also help build teamwork, which is a really key component to First LEGO League Explore. So really helpful ways to keep it fun and to integrate learning into some of these fun activities. So some of the things that we've done in the past are integrating some fun games and activities. One of my favorites is the classic Simon Says, because that's giving students, and especially if you can relate it back to them, how it fits in with programming. It's programming our specific instructions, and so Simon Says is much like that.
Another fun kind of game we play sometimes too, a little bit of an obstacle course setup. Pair up, and then one of them is blindfolded, and then the other one has to direct them through the obstacle course as fast as they can.
And so it gives them an opportunity again to relate those instructions. And in this case, one of the students is sort of acting like the robot, and the other one is sort of acting like the program, telling them what to do. And it emphasizes the importance of it and how it is important to be very specific and how your actions are interpreted. Another great one that we do is a Lego building activity where we have students pair up once again and either sit back to back or have some sort of barrier between them so that they can't see one another. And one student will take a limited number of bricks. 6 is often a really good number, but so 6 bricks, and attach them together in a creative way that of their choosing, and then try to describe to the person what their Lego build looks like and see if they can give them instructions to create the exact same build. And this can be done in 2 ways. You can do it to emphasize communication. If students are really good at this, where the person receiving the instructions can't ask questions, but when you're first starting off teaching, it's often helpful and less frustrating if the person that can't see can also ask clarifying questions.
One of the last things we're talking about is the Lego pattern activity. So we use different bricks or something like that.
So each color of brick would represent a different action,
yeah.
And it's fun to get the kids to kind of brainstorm what each action is going to be. And you can even include those activities in a looping pattern too.
Yeah, so pseudocode is basically the basis of code. You want to be able to understand the logic behind what you're going to program, and pseudocode is a really great way to do that. You write out step-by-step instructions. They can be translated into directions, and that can be put directly into a programming language so that it can be put onto your robot. You can do this by using keywords such as start or loop or things like that to describe what you can do.
Just to introduce students to it, right? So when we're doing this with our students, we often do this together on a big whiteboard so that we're doing this together. Next thing we do is very similar to pseudocode, and that's using flowcharts. And these are once again, just like pseudocode, fairly common practice and great skills to develop when students are younger, so that they sort of can develop these skills as their capabilities grow, so that by the time they're going into First LEGO League Challenge, or maybe even beyond that to First Tech Challenge or First Robotics Competition, these same tools are really helpful.
You can use different shapes for different things. Often use arrows to describe what direction they will go next, what path it will take. And the oval is the start/stop, and then the square is the diamond and such.
And this is something, once again, that's fun to do together as a group. And comments. one of the main things that I find them helpful for when I'm working with my teams is when one student's left off a program and another student comes back, they know exactly what the intention of that program was because the comments are there.
Yeah, so generally in a comment, you don't really want it to just say what the block is. You can see what the block is. It's not very helpful if you just write the name out and put that as a comment. What you want from a comment is describe what the actual program is doing, what the intent of it is, so that it's easier to understand if somebody else comes to view it and wants to know what it does.
Right, and these are great for reviewers to see too,
Mhm.
because the reviewers might not be familiar with the We Do 2.0 software, so they can certainly read the comments then and sort of put two and two together and kind of come up with what exactly something's designed to do. So great
Mhm.
ideas. And saving files. I know this is something that becomes an issue for most teams, especially as you move further along.
So version control is really important, especially when you have a working program that you want to keep it, but you want to improve it some way. And that improvement has to change some other part of the code. Sometimes you can try and make that change, and it won't work. But if you don't have a version control or a previous version you can fall back to, if this new version doesn't work, it means you're going to lose your previously working code and you'll have to start potentially from scratch. In the We Do 2.0 software, you can use the copy function, which we talked about in our last video. Um, uh, when you do that, you can change the name, and often we use in the actual name, we just put something like a version or just the letter V and then 1, 2, or if you want to get more advanced, you can use decimals and more numbers too. So it's often a good idea to have it saved in more than one place in case your laptop or tablet for some reason you can't access it, whether it's at you're at a competition, it dies or something, you don't have a charger, or if it crashes or something like that. You want to have some backup other than what's on your actual computer or tablet.
Right,
To
especially
make
as a
sure.
coach, right?
Hmm.
So that in case a student shows up at an event and they were supposed to bring their iPad and they forgot to bring their iPad and that's where the programs were, it's great to
Hmm.
have a backup copy available.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and look for other videos in this series. For more information about the First LEGO League Explore program and FIRST programs for other age groups, visit www.firstroboticscanada.org. Until next time, continue to explore First LEGO League Explore and happy building.